Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back to join me for this week's Skincare Saturday. So today I wanted to kind of go over my skin prep for self-tanning. I'm not super great at self-tanning, I'm trying to get there, but if you'd like to see what I do to make my skin, soft and smooth and ready to take on a fake tan, then please keep on watching. So I actually did self-tan last night, if you couldn't tell. Really important, this is like after self-tanning, but make sure you wash your hands really, really well. I did wash my hands last night after self-tanning, but obviously not well enough. So make sure you definitely do that. So I feel like we're getting into that time of year where a lot of people are going to start self-tanning if you do self-tan for spring and summer. I feel like a lot of people probably self-tan all year round. I personally don't. But yeah, I'm going to be wearing dresses soon and capris and stuff like that. I mean, it's raining and snowing right now, but someday here in northern Utah, it's going to be spring and summer. So yeah. So very first thing that I do is actually the day before I self-tan, and that is I exfoliate my face. I do like a physical exfoliator, but I do use a chemical exfoliator sometimes. So if you have a physical exfoliator that you like, whether it's a face brush or like a face scrub, whatever, do that the day before you're gonna self-tan. A good chemical exfoliating face wash is the L'Oreal Revitalift Derm Intensives. This is 3.5% glycolic acid cleansing gel. It resurfaces for smoother, brighter skin and prep for serum. Glycolic acid is a good chemical exfoliator for my skin. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites, so I do like to go in with this. Or if you like to go in with a toner, there's a ton of different exfoliating toners out there. I know Pixie has one, Elf has one. The Soap and Glory in the Glow How, this is 5% glycolic acid. So once again, glycolic acid is a really good chemical exfoliator. It's gentle, but it does help to loosen up those dead skin cells that's on the surface of the face, neck, wherever you would like to use it. I also did Dermaplane yesterday, so right before I self-tanned my face. I do like to Dermaplane like at least once a month. I probably need to step it up just because it does help to remove all the little, is it viscous? All the little blonde little hairs that can, number one, make makeup look a little bit more cakey, but also having all that hair and stuff on your face can make your self-tanner on your face look splotchy, just because on some spots it's going to actually hit skin, and some spots that hair is going to disrupt the self-tanner kind of doing its job. So I did do that, and I think the self-tanner on my face did turn out pretty good. Moving on to body. Super, super important that you exfoliate before you self-tan. So last night I did use the Spongeables body wash and a sponge, anti-cellulite. Anyway, this one is extremely exfoliating. It's pretty rough, but I use a sponge or like a washcloth sometimes. I use like a little netted loofah or my little silicone brush, which is great, but none of those are extremely exfoliating. So for my skin and my body skin, I can handle a pretty abrasive exfoliator. So this one is pretty abrasive. I could not find it, but I actually have a Spongeables, but it's for self-tan prep. I think it's pretty much the same as this. But make sure you exfoliate really well, whether it's going to be with a washcloth or something like this, or even a body scrub. I really like the Tree Hut ones. Bodycology makes a really good one, but you want to make sure that you're removing as much dead, dry skin as possible. Once again, same with the face. If you have dry patches, it's going to penetrate differently than on places that you don't have a lot of dry, dead skin. It can make it look really splotchy, really patchy. So exfoliating beforehand, really important. I do that right, like in the shower, right before I'm going to be self-tanning when I get out. If you do have sensitive skin, just maybe try a chemical exfoliator body wash. Once again, they do make those, but for me personally, I do prefer a physical exfoliator when it comes to my body. And then something else that's super important is shaving, if you do like to shave. Once again, same with the face. If you have excess hair, it's going to lay down weird. The self-tanner is going to lay down weird, look splotchy, not look even. So shaving is really important. I do try to make sure that I shave right beforehand with a new razor. I'm not one of those people that shaves every day. My skin doesn't like it, my skin can't handle it, but I definitely need to step up on the shaving, especially where I'm gonna be self-tanning. Pretty much all spring and summer. I have a lot of self-tanner. I did try selling it before we moved. No one was interested. I did like all those self-tanners I got last year. I got a basket full. It was like $10. No one wanted it. But so I do have like the foams, I do have the Jergens, gradual self-tanner. I have a ton of different self-tanners and I'm gonna be using them up. And I do like the look that it does give to the skin. I'm pretty pale, so I do try to self-tan just because it does help my skin look a little bit better. Self-tanning can disguise the look of varicose veins, cellulite, stuff like that. Of course, it's not going to do anything to actually make that stuff go away, but it can help to kind of disguise it. So that's why I personally like to self-tan, because I do have spider veins on my legs. I have bruises, cellulite. So I feel like the skin prep for self-tanning is, if not as important, is more important than actually doing the self-tanning. Just that way it's going to give you the best possible outcome of having a good self-tan. So once again, making sure I exfoliate wherever I'm going to be tanning, face, body, whatever. Make sure that you're also hitting those really dry areas like elbows, knees, ankles, anywhere that's gonna maybe collect a little bit more extra dry skin. I also do the backs of my arms, just because I sometimes get, is it called Mila, where you have like the little white bumpy things. So a lot of people, they'll get them on the back of their arms. So I do make sure to exfoliate extremely well there. So yeah, self-tanning can be a little bit arduous. It can be kind of difficult to get it extremely even. Take your time and make sure you do really, really good skin prep beforehand. So I think my face turned out pretty good with doing the exfoliating the day before. So I did that on Thursday, and then yesterday, Friday, I did do the dermaplaning, like I said, and then I used a really gentle, I used a bar soap on my face just to help remove any excess oil or anything like that. But that way it was really gentle, because exfoliated on Thursday, dermaplaned, which is a type of exfoliation, on Friday, yesterday. So I think the skin, the face and neck turned out pretty even. My legs didn't turn out super even, but once again, still trying to learn that. But the places that it is even, it does look really, really nice, and it is because of the skin prep. But anyway, there we go. I hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, share it, all that kind of stuff. Let me know down below in the comments, what are some skin prep things that you do before self-tanning? Love to know down below. I need all the tips I can get. And make sure you subscribe. I do upload 7 days a week, all about budget stuff. So I do beauty stuff, I do vlogs, grocery hauls, home care, some weight loss, all kinds of budget stuff. So make sure that you do subscribe. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Another video should start autoplaying here in a moment. It might be one of mine, it might be somebody else's, but sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'll see y'all here in just a sec.